Hello, Woodsy here. The topic of our video today is how to prevent blisters, particularly in my case with toe socks. I had a big problem with issues before I found these toe socks. I'm so glad I did. So before I get into what works, I want to talk about what didn't work for me. The thing to remember with your feet is that everyone's feet are different and not the same thing's going to work for everyone. So when I was battling with blisters, I had everyone telling me, oh, layer your socks, use duct tape. And those things didn't necessarily work for me, even though they might work for someone else. So I'm going to tell you what worked for me and what didn't work for me, just to kind of give you some ideas. But you're going to have to experiment and possibly even invest a little money in different types of socks and different techniques. So let me start with what didn't work. So what I started doing, I bought these hiking liner socks. So I wore these inside of something like another wool sock. So I had 2 layers of socks. So right there for me, this was already creating, it was like too many layers. If my foot was getting sweaty, the moisture was getting trapped in there. And then to make matters worse, I had this brilliant idea that I was going to be a minimalist foot person. These are by Merrill. These are, I believe they're called the Pace Glove. I don't even care because I don't even wear these anymore. They're absolutely nothing. And I thought it was so great at first. This just wasn't enough for me. So between this, it wasn't working. My feet, I hiked 36 miles in 3 days at one point, and I had like 5 blisters on my feet, and it was excruciating. I've also gone the other route and had more of a, it says it's breathable, but it also says it's waterproof. This, I only use a boot like this in the winter when I know that when the ground's going to be really wet or it's going to be really cold, and I'm going to be walking a short distance. So this also did not work for me. It was just, it wasn't breathable enough. So what I ended up moving to are toe socks. I've got my favorite pair on right now. These are by Injinji. It's a funny name, funny looking socks, but they get the job done. So really what these do, because I was getting a lot of the blisters kind of like where my toe meets the rest of my foot, and this kind of helps with that problem because it's very much like a glove. It really encompasses your whole foot. These I've got on here, they're probably my favorite pair. They're very short. They're I believe running socks, and matched with a trail runner, which I've got here too. Matched with a trail runner, it's the perfect height. These are not wool. These are mostly polyester, a little bit of lycra, and then a fabric called, I think, Cool Max. So it's kind of the opposite of going the wool sock. These are like a lightweight fabric, where they've got the original weight, which I also like. They're a little bit thicker, and I've heard if you're doing like long distances, these lightweights, you get more holes in them quicker, where the originals, they hold up a little faster, and in my opinion, they're just as good. Another company that has made toe socks in the past has been Smart Wool. Now, unfortunately, they don't make these anymore. These are made of wool. I was lucky enough, I shop on SteepandCheap.com, which is a site that I love. And at one point they're having a sale, like they had them on sale. So I actually picked up like a whole bunch, and I just left them in the packaging, and so that way over the years I'll have some toe socks ready. One pair is running, the other just plain wool. Size-wise, I've got a mixture of medium and small because I really wasn't sure, what to go with. Medium says size 7 to 9.5, and the small is 4 to 6.5, and I'm a size like 8, 8.5. I now go with like the smaller because the sock's gonna stretch anyway, but you don't want a lot of extra fabric that's going to be rubbing, and I can't imagine having a little blister on the tip of your toe because you get that fabric rubbing. So I always go a size down. Speaking of sizes, I had to move up an entire size in my trail runner. Since your toe span is a bit bigger with the extra fabric between your toes, you need a bigger shoe. So like I said, I normally wear size 8, maybe an 8.5. So my trail runners are size 9. This is the only pair of size 9s I own, but I needed the extra room. Since I've switched over, I used to be so prone to blisters, but since I've switched over, I haven't gotten a single blister. I don't layer up more socks. I know some people, they'll wear the Injinjis and then put a sock over that. For me, it's not necessary. I prefer to have as little fabric as possible. And then with the trail runner, I mean, you can really feel, I don't like wearing this too much in winter because you can feel the air going right through them. But I know I'm getting, you know, a lot of circulation and keeping my feet as dry as possible. I usually, when I go on a big hike, maybe overnight, I'll take 3 pairs of socks. And then once every hour or so, if I can stop, I will stop and switch out my socks and let, you know, the sweaty ones, you know, clip them on my back so they can dry out as I'm hiking. Carrying extra socks, I don't mind if it's gonna keep my feet in good shape. I'm trying to think of anything else. The Smartwool, I don't know if I said, they don't make these anymore, but you can still find these online. I have seen these in the store. I wish they didn't stop making them. I really like them. And then in Gingy, they've got a whole website filled with, you know, they've got outdoors and hiking socks and more wintry types of socks. So there's lots to choose from. Toe socks have saved me, and they've, you know, walking a lot more on the trail, more comfortable and easier, and going farther a possibility. So it took me a lot to figure out what didn't work, but once I found out what worked, gold. So, you know, you might have to experiment, see what works for you, but give toe socks a chance. A lot of people don't like the fabric, but to me, it's worth it. You know, especially with Injinji, I've never heard a bad review from an Injinji customer. So might as well give it a try. See how it feels for you. All right, happy hiking.